Ayan, muli tayo po ay nagbabalik sa ating video. Pasensya na po, nagkaroon lang ng problema with the recording. Bigla siyang nag-stop. I don't know why. So, ayun. So, once again, bago po kayo mag-formative assessment, kailangan nyo po mapanood itong part 2 po ng video 1. Okay? So, ayan, nagkaroon tuloy ng part 2 yung ito yung 1.2. May 1.1, 1.2. So, ayan. So, katulad po ng sabi ko kanina, that in permutation, order is important, but pagdating po sa combination, hindi na po siya importante. Okay? Kasi ang interest na lang po natin ay nakasentro na lang po doon sa mga elements or sa mga objects na part po noong possible outcomes. So, and then dun din nabanggit ko kanina na um yung atin pong permutation and combination may similarities pagdating sa formula. The only difference is itong R factorial nga po sa baba sa ating denominator. Okay? So, let's have the first one. Okay? So, alam naman natin this one is a combination. Bakit? Kasi nakasulat. Okay? So, ayan po. Pero, para sa, sa benefit po ninyo, ng mga nagre-review, okay? Okay? So, imagine nyo na lang hindi natin nalagay na combination nito. At hindi combination yung dinidiscuss ko kanina bago to. Okay? So, paano nga ba to naging combination? Kasi, ano nga ba ang sabi sa problem? A teacher has 12 students in her advanced science class. She needs to select a committee of 4 students to represent the class at the upcoming regional science fair. In how many different ways can she choose this 4-person committee? So, dito, may 12 na estudyante, kailangan lang ni teacher ay 4 na estudyante. So, ang sabi lang naman, a committee of 4 person. Okay? Wala namang sinabi na may leader, wala naman differences kung anong meron kapag member 1 ka, member 2, member 3, and member 4 ka. Wala naman silang designation. Kumbaga, wala namang leader, assistant leader, or what. Walang specific responsibilities that would differ. Okay? The member 1 to member 2 to member 3 to member 4 and vice versa. Wala silang differences. Basta lahat sila committee member lang. Okay po? So dahil doon, hindi rin mahalaga doon sa problem kung ano yung arrangement ng 4. As long as sila yun nandun sa committee na yon, that's a set. Okay? Kahit pa pag-iba-ibahin mo yun ng pwesto, that's a 4-person committee. Okay? Kaya po siya naging combination. So ngayon, let's try to solve na for this one. Rn, we have 12 students. Then for our R, we have 4. So following the formula, we have 12 factorial divided by 12 minus 4 factorial times 4 factorial, which is equal to 12 times 11 times 10 times 9 times 8 factorial divided by 12 minus 4, that's 8 factorial. Then we have 4 times 3 times 2. Okay, hindi ko na po isusulat yung times 1 kasi wala naman siyang madudulat na pagbabago. Okay, so cancel natin si 8 factorial. Then si 4 times 3, that is 12. So cancel si 12 sa taas. Then si 2, pwede natin kunin kay 10. So ito magiging 5 na lang. So ngayon, ano na lang dinidil natin? We have 11 times 5 times 9. Okay? Yan na lang yun. So we have 11 times 5, that is 55, times 9, that is 495. Okay? Ibig sabihin, there are 495 different ways, okay, na kung saan pwede nating piliin yung 4-person committee. Okay? So, ayan po siya. So, once again, bakit tayo nagka-cancel? Kailangan nating mapabilis yung pagsasolve po ninyo kasi hindi naman kayo hihingan ng solution pagdating po dito. Okay? Kahit manhingan po kayo ng solution, ganyan yung ginawa nyo, valid naman po iyan. Okay po? Pero the goal is talaga mapabilis yung pagsasolve ninyo, lalo na kaaway natin ang oras. Okay? Hindi naman kaaway, pero medyo kalaban natin siya pagdating po sa mga exam. Okay? Next one. How many committees of 2 chemists and 1 physicist can be formed from 4 chemists and 3 physicists? So dito, parang ang nangyari, may dalawa kang experiment. Now, you have to choose 2 chemists out of the 4 chemist. That's your experiment 1. Then, you also have to choose one physicist out of the 3 physicists. Okay? So, ngayon, dito, pwede nyo siyang gawin ng magkahiwalay. Okay po? So, una, for example, gamitin muna natin si 2 chemists and si 4 chemists. So, out of the 4 chemists, you have to choose 2 chemists. Okay? Once again, wala naman binanggit kung anong difference ng kung ikaw yung chemist 1 at chemist 2. 'Di ba? So, same lang naman sila. So, order is not important na pagdating dito. So, we have 4 factorial divided by 4 minus 2 factorial, 2 factorial. So, we have 4 times 3 times 2. Hindi ko na isasama yung times 1 kasi any number multiplied to 1 will always be equal to itself. 4 minus 2, that's 2 factorial. So, 2 factorial, that's simply 2. Tapos, 2 times 2. So, itong 2 times 2, pwede mo i-cancel yan. Cancel mo si 4. Ang natira ay si, dito na lang sa baba, 3 times 2, which is equal to 6. So, sa unang experiment mo, you have 6. So, sa second experiment, kailangan mo pumili ng isang physicist out of the 3. So, ang n mo ay 3, ang r mo ay 1. So, we have 3 factorial divided by 3 minus 1 factorial times 1 factorial. Tandaan na ang 1 factorial ay 1 lang din naman. So, pwede na natin yung tanggalin mamaya. So, we have 3 times 2 times 1. Okay, pwede na tanggalin pala si 1. Sorry, hindi ko pa sinama. O, 3 times 2 na lang yan. Then, yung 3 minus 1 factorial, that's 2 factorial. Ang 2 factorial ay 2 lang. 1 factorial, that's 1. So, huwag na natin sulat. Cancel, cancel. So, ang matitira ay 3. So, dahil meron tayong dalawang experiment and according to the multiplication rule, kung may dalawa kang experiment, okay, you can simply multiply them to get the sample space of the two combined experiment. So, we have 6 times 3. So, that is 18. So, we have 18 possible ways to arrange the committees of 2 chemists and 1 physicist. So, ayan lang siya. Very basic lang naman ang combination. So, probability, concepts, and logic. So, dito, bibigyan lang natin tayo. Mas i-build pa natin yung foundation in terms of concepts. And also, may mga solving pa tayo dito. So, from the probability measure, ito, students, we know that we cannot really predict the outcome with certainty. Pag sinabing certainty, 100%, hindi natin pwedeng i-predict. Ang kaya lang natin malaman is yung every possible outcome na mayroon yung random experiment na yun. And then from that, we'll compute the chances. Okay? Yung probabilities sa kung saan yun yung lalabas. Okay? So, sample space, these are the list of the possible outcomes ng isang random experiment. So, each element of the sample space is called a sample point. Okay? So, if the sample space consists of countable number of sample points, then the sample space is what we call the countable or discrete. Kapag kaya mong bilangin, that is countable or discrete sample space. Pag hindi na kaya, that is continuous. Okay? Hindi siya continuous, continuous. Okay po? Kasi dalawang U yun nandyan. Next, sample space construction. Ito yung sinasabi natin kanina. It could be done using your systematic listing. Ito ay naituro sa statistics and probability nyong ngayong senior high school. Tree diagram and then some use grids for complex experiment. So, ayan. For example, dito, ano ba to? So, ito. Ang ginawa nila dito, anong experiment dito? May dalawang dice, or may dalawang die, rather. May dalawang die, tapos ang hinahanap nila yung sum. Okay, sum, meaning pag-a-addin mo yung lalabas dun sa die. Kaya kung mapansin nyo dito, 1 yung lumabas sa second die, 1 dice. Lumabas din sa first dice ay 1. So, yung kung saan sila nag-meet 2, so ibig sabihin inad lang. Okay? So, ayan. Ito po yung sample space ng sum of 2 dice. Okay? Or 2 die rather. Okay? So, ayan siya. Next, probability of an event. Naibigay na natin yan. So, yan nga yung sinasabi natin that the probability of an event is equal to the number of favorable outcomes divided by the number of all possible outcomes or the sample space. Yung laman ng sample space po. So, ngayon, let's deal with probability na. Kasi kanina, though na-introduce si probability, ang mas pinagtuunan muna natin ng attention is si sample space. Okay? Kasi nga naman, mas madali naman talagang aralin muna na paano malalaman yung number of sample space bago tayo mag-jump into the probability. Okay? Kaya nag-permutation combination po muna tayo. Yun po ay mga sample spaces. Number of possible outcomes po yun. Ngayon, naalamin na natin ano yung probability or ano yung chance, okay, na yung isang outcome, yun yung lalabas. Okay po, that's a probability na. So, probability can be written in fraction, it can also be written in decimal, or some use it as percentage. Okay? So, dito, for example, a bag contains 4 red balls, 3 blue balls, and 3 yellow balls. If one ball is drawn at random, what is the probability of drawing a blue ball? Okay? So, ang hahanapin natin dito is the probability of drawing a blue ball. Okay? So, kailangan nating mahanap ano yung favorable outcomes at ano yung lahat ng outcomes na meron. So, total outcomes, favorable outcomes divided by the total outcomes. So, ilan ba ang favorable na blue? Ilan ba ang blue? 3. So, ang favorable sa'yo ay 3. Ilan lahat ng bola? We have 4 plus 3 plus 3. That would be equal to 10. So, that's 3 over 10. So, our probability na makabunot ka ng blue ball out of the bag is 3 over 10, or it could be 0.3 or 30%. Okay? Either of the 3, katanggap-tanggap po yan. Depende na lang sa kung ano po yung nasa options or choices natin. Okay? So, ayan, may choices pala siya. 1/3, 3 over 7, 7 over 10, and 3 over 10. So, nandiyan naman si 3 over 10, letter D. Okay po? Next one. What is the probability or a die is rolled once? What is the probability of getting a number greater than 4? Okay? So, ngayon, ang die daw po ay ni-rolled ng once lang, isang beses lang. Ano ang probability of getting a number greater than 4? So, ano ba ang possible outcomes? Okay? Of rolling a die. Di ba meron tayong 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, at 6. Tama po? O. Sa lahat ng yan, so meron tayong, ang ating total outcomes pala, or number ng sample space natin ay 6. Kasi may 6 na pwedeng lumabas. Ano dito yung greater than 4? Question, kasama ba si 4? Pag sinabing greater than 4, saan tayo magsisimula? Kay 4 ba o hindi? Hindi po tayo magsisimula kay 4. Magsimula tayo kay 5 at susunod si 6. So, meron lang tayong dalawa. Sir, bakit hindi po kasama si 4? Kasi ang sabi, greater than 4. Mas malaki kay 4. Kung may nakalagay dyan na greater than or equal to 4, doon po makakasama si 4. So, ngayon, ano ang probability of getting, okay, a number greater than 4? So, ang ating NA over NS. So, ang NA natin, sabi, 2. Ang ating NS, 6. Kasi, ano yan? 6 yung possible na lumabas. So, that is simply 1/3. Huwag pong kakalimutan na lagi pong nakasimplify ang sagot. Okay? Lagi pong nakasimplify ang sagot. For this one, our answer is letter B. 1/3. Ito, may na-encounter dati na question. Nasa choices, For example lang nasa choices si 2/6 tsaka si 1/3. Sir, anong pipiliin namin? Yung naka-simplify po ba or yung hindi? Kasi parehas naman po silang tama. Technically, yes, they are the same. They have the same numerical value. Parehas yung 1/3. Pag ginawa mong decimal ang 2/6 at ang 1/3, parehas po yung 0.333333. Okay? Pero sa math, we always get our final answer in lowest term. Laging naka-lowest term si final answer. So, 1/3 po ang pipiliin ninyo. Kaya kahit may makita kayong 2/6 sa choices, hindi nyo siya pipiliin. Kasi alam nyo na mayroon pang lowest term. Sir, paano kung 2/6 na nasa choices wala si 1/3? Eh, that's the time na si 2/6 ang pipiliin ninyo. Okay? Kasi wala namang 1/3. Wala yung lowest term. Eh, multiple choice naman yung exam ninyo. Okay po? So, yan. Next one. A card is drawn at random from a standard deck of 52 cards. What is the probability of drawing a face card? Okay? So, dito, ilan ang total outcomes? O, sinabi na dito, may 52 cards. Isang beses lang naman magdodraw eh, hindi naman mauulit. So, our NS is 52. Ang tanong, ilang bang face card ang meron? Okay? So, for our NA, kailangan medyo aware kayo dito ha. Para sa mga hindi po aware sa baraha, kailangan medyo aralin natin to. Sa cards po, meron tayong face card as the Jack, Queen, and King. Hindi po kasama ang Joker ha. Jack, Queen, and King lang po ang face cards. Ang face card po ay lumalabas, okay, sa kada faces na meron tayo. So, meron tayong Jack, Queen, King, okay, sa hearts. Meron din tayong sa clubs, sa spades, at sa diamonds. So, tigda tatlo yun. 4 po yun. So, 4 times 3. O, bakit 4 ha? Mayroon kasi yan sa hearts, sa diamonds, sa spades, and ano yung sabi ko kanina? Hearts, heart, diamond, spade. Ano yung isa? Clubs. Okay, sa clubs. Tama ba? Okay? Hindi ko natuloy. Ba't biglang nawala sa isip ko? Okay, sa clubs, spades, hearts, and diamonds. Sama naman pala. Nililito ko na naman yung sarili ko. Okay? So, ayan. 4 times 3. Bakit tatlo? Kasi tatlo nga ang face card yan. So, that's 12. Okay? So, ang probability na ang lalabas ay face card would be 12 divided by 52. Si 12 and si 52, they are both divisible by 4. Okay? O, kung gusto nyo tumuna, edi magiging 6 tapos 26. Tama? Pero si 6 and si 26, pwede pang i-simplify yan by another 2. So, magiging 3 and 13. Okay po? So, ayan na yan. Final answer na po yan si 3 and 13. May choices pala ulit. O, diba? At least, diba? Nakuha na natin yung sagot. Okay? May mga questions sa ganito na ang sinasabi, parang red face cards. Ano ba yung mga red? Dalawa yung red. Meron tayong hearts, tsaka diamonds. Okay? Yung mga black cards naman, those are the clubs and the spades. Okay? So, ayun, depende sa problem. You just need to analyze those problems. Next one. Ito naman, the complement rule. So, meron tayong probability of not. Ayan, lumalabas din to sa mga exam minsan. Ito yung mga nalilito yung iba. The complement of an event, all outcomes that are not the event. So, when the event is heads, the complement is tails. So, syempre, kabaliktaran lang naman ng head ay tails. Kapag naman daw ang event ay hearts, syempre, ang kabaliktaran ng hearts, okay, yung spades, yung clubs, and diamonds. Sir, bakit yung tatlo? Kasi po, yun yung hindi. Okay? Kasi di ba 4 sila. So, kung ang event ay hearts, yung tatlo natitira. Kung ang event ay spades, ang complement, yung tatlo natitira. Okay? Ganun lang siya. So ngayon, paano nga ba kinukuha yung probability of not? For example, dito, the P, ayan, yung probability of A, okay, means the probability of the complement of event A. So mayroon lang po kasi tayong rule na the probability of A and the probability of the complement of A is equal to 1. Okay? Kasi, ibig sabihin, for example, di ba, kung meron kang hearts the event, hearts ang event mo, then ang complement niya ay yung spades, diamonds, and clubs. Pag inad mo si hearts doon sa tatlo, makukompleto mo na yung 100%. Di ba? Yun yung idea. Kaya, the probability of the event of A plus the probability of the complement of event A is equal to 1. Okay? So, for example, dito, a chemical reaction in a laboratory has a success rate of 72%. If the experiment is repeated under the same condition, what is the probability that the reaction will not be successful? Kung ang success rate mo ay 72%, ano ang unsuccessful rate mo? So, para makuha yung sa failing, ang gagawin mo, 1 minus the probability of the success. So 1 minus the probability of the success, which is 0.72, that would be equal to 0.28. So ang probability that the reaction will not be successful is 0.28. We just simply minus lang po. Okay? Other examples. Dito, a standard deck of 52 playing cards. Sorry na kung medyo sumisigaw pala ako. 52 playing cards is divided into 4 suites. Yung hearts, spades, clubs, and diamonds. If 3 cards are drawn one after the other with replacement, ito po, mahalagang kulutong word na with replacement. Bakit? Kapag sinabi natin with replacement, kung 52 cards yan, bumunot ka, tapos sinabi mo with replacement, bago ka bumunot ulit ng pangalawa, ibabalik mo muna yung una. So, kung dun sa unang bunot mo may 52 options ka, kasi may 52 playing cards, pag with replacement, dun sa second na bunot mo, 52 pa rin yung pagpipilian. Ibig sabihin, pwedeng umulit. Pero kapag sinabi na without replacement, sa unang bunot mo 52, yung pinagpilian mo, okay? Pangalawang bunot mo, hindi na siya 52 kasi hindi mo na may ibabalik yung card. Ang pagpipilian mo na lang ay 51 cards na lang. So, nagkakaroon ng deduction in terms of the total number of possible outcomes. Okay? So, ayan. So, ngayon, what is the probability, ang tanong dito, what is the probability that at least one card is not a heart? So, ayan. So, dito, meron tayong logic ng at least. Okay? May word na at least. So, dito, yung question po ay naghahanap sa atin ng probability na yung makukuha natin ay at least one non-heart, hindi heart. Okay? Ano ba ang complement nun? So, ang complement nun, kung at least one heart, one non-heart, ibig sabihin, ang complement nun, walang heart dapat. Okay? Kasi pag sinabi natin at least one, pinakamababa ay isa. Ano ba ang complement na ang pinakamababa ay isa? Ang complement nun ay wala. Okay po? So, ayun siya. So, ibig sabihin, lahat ng makukuha mo ay heart. Yun yung pinapahanap sa atin. So, ngayon, we will calculate the probability of the unwanted outcome, which is the complement. Since the draws are with replacement, ibig sabihin, yung probability stays the same for all 3 draws. Kasi nga naman, pag bumunot ka, ano ba ang probability? Tandaan ha, ang pinapahanap sa atin dito, at least one card is not a heart. So dito, gagamitin natin yung idea ng complement. Okay? So, una, hanapin muna natin. Ano ba ang complement ng at least one card is not a heart? Ang complement po niya, sulat ko na lang dito. is all heart. Okay? Ang complement ng problem na to ay all heart yung mabubunot mo. Bakit? Kasi ang sinabi, at least one card is not a heart. Okay? Gagamitin lang natin, students, gagamitin lang natin yung rule ng complement para mas mapadali yung pagsasolve nito. Okay? Kasi, ano ba ang probability na sa tatlong bunot mo, heart ang makukuha mo? So, heart, sorry. Na ang makukuha natin ay heart, heart, heart. Okay? Ano ba ang favorable outcome sa atin? Okay? Ang favorable outcome sa atin ay ilan bang hearts ang meron out of the 52 playing cards? Okay? So, di ba, 1/4 ay hearts, 1/4 ay diamond, 1/4 ay clubs, 1/4 ay spades. So, pwede natin gawin 1/4 na lang. Dahil tatlong bunot yan, with replacement naman, so bumabalik lang, hindi nababawasan yung cards. So, 1/4 times 1/4 times 1/4. Dahil tatlong bunot. So, that would be 1 times 1 times 1, that's 1. 4 times 4, 16. Times 4, that is 64. Kung gusto nyo pahirapan sarili nyo, sir, ba't ba siya naging 1/4? Ilang cards ba ang hearts doon sa 52? Okay? So, out of the 52, mayroon tayo dyang 13 na hearts. So, pwede nyo naman gamitin 13 over 52. Diba? 13 over 52. Pero i-multiply mo yan. 13 over 52 times 13 over 52 times 13 over 52. Medyo malaki yan. So ngayon, dahil yung 13 over 52, kaya naman nating i-simplify into 1/4. 1/4 na lang gamitin nyo. Wag na to. Okay po? So ayan, meron ka ng 1 over 64. Dahil nakuha mo na yung complement ng at least one card is not a heart, para mahanap mo yung P na at least one card is, or ano na lang, para maikli, at least one non-heart. Okay? Kasi ito yung problema eh. Ito yung pinapahanap sa atin ng problem, yung at least one non-heart, hindi naman yung all hearts. Okay? So, ano gagamitin natin? Gamitin natin yung idea ng complement. So, 1 minus P all hearts. Ito yung P all hearts. Ito yung hinanap natin kanina, di ba? So, magiging 1 minus 1 over 64. Sorry. Parang hindi pala masyado kita doon pag green. Wait lang. Okay. Dito ko na lang siya lagay. 1 minus 1 over 64. That would give you 63 over 64. And that is our answer. Okay? And that is by using the complement rule. Okay? So, kumbaga, kung ano yung pinapahanap sa problem, you find the exact opposite of that. Okay? Kasi ang exact opposite of at least one card is not a heart, is all hearts. Okay? Yun yung exact opposite. Mas madaling hanapin yung all hearts. Kasi 1/4 times 1/4 times 1/4 lang yun. Kung hanapin mo kasi at least one non-heart or at least one card is not a heart, mas komplikado po yun. Kasi iba-iba pa yun. Kukunin mo muna yung probability na at least one heart lang. Then, kukunin mo yung at least, or kukunin mo yung probability na one heart lang yung mabubunot. Kukunin mo din yung probability na two hearts yung mabubunot. Then, kukunin mo din yung probability na 3 hearts yung mabubunot. Then, tsaka mo siya, okay? Tsaka mo siya, i-multiply yung tatlong yun. Tsaka mo lang makukuha yung 63 over 64 na answer. Dito, kunin mo na lang yung all hearts. Tapos, mag 1 minus ka na lang sa all hearts. Carry na, kuha mo na yung sagot. Mas mabilis. Kasi mas maliit yung numbers. Okay po? Let's have another one para mas maanohan pa natin. Ito, sobrang similar. Okay? So, dito, ang sabi, a box contains 6 black pens and 4 red pens if 3 pens are drawn simultaneously at random. Okay? Sinabi bang ibabalik? Sinabi bang with replacement? Wala. Walang sinabi na with replacement, so we assume na without replacement ito. Okay? We will assume that this one is without replacement. Okay? So, yun yung assuming natin dito. So, ngayon, okay, ano pa? What is the probability that at least one red pen is drawn? One red pen is drawn. Okay? 3 pens lang ang kukunin, at least one red pen is drawn. So, parang kanina lang ito. Yung kanina, okay? Pero yung kanina kasi, not a heart. So, ngayon, one red pen is drawn naman. Okay? So, anong kukunin natin dito? Dahil one red pen is drawn, ang kukunin natin dito ay kabaliktaran, opposite, complement, na at least one red pen. Anong complement nito? All 3 black pens. Okay? Na wala kang mabubunot na red. Yun yung kabaliktaran. Lahat ay black. Okay po? So, ano ba ang ating magiging probability with this one? So, for this one, ano ang probability na all black pens ang mabubunot mo? So, probability of black, black, black. So, that would be, okay, ilan ang black pen? So, 6. So, 10 yan. Times 5 over 9 times, okay, times 4 over 8. Ayan yung ating gagamitin. So, 6 times 5 times 4, that would give us, okay, 6 times 5 times 4, that would give us 120. Okay, if I'm not mistaken. Then, we have 10 times 9 times 8. That would give us 720. Okay? So, 120 divided by 720, pwede natin siyang i-lowest term into 1 over 6. Tama po? Okay? So, ngayon, dahil ang kinuha natin na yung complement, yung all 3 black pens, tandaan na ang pinapahanap sa atin ay probability of at least one red. Yan yung pinapahanap. So, paano siya hanapin? Using the complement rule. We have 1 minus P all black. So, that would be 1 minus 1 over 6, which is equal to 5 over 6. So, ayan po siya. Okay? So, ayan po yung ating magiging sagot. Okay po? So, you just really have to identify. Ito lang ha, ang kulo ko lang dito, yung mga at least one, okay? So, yung mga ganyan po, ano tayo? Let's be mindful. Okay? Let's be mindful po sa pag-decode ng mga kulo na ganyan. Okay? Next, 2 fair 6-sided dice are rolled. What is the probability that the product of the two numbers is not an odd number? Okay? Not an odd number meaning even. Tama? So, this one, not an odd meaning even. Di ba kasi sila lang naman yon. So, ano ba ang complement? Is odd. Okay? So, ang complement natin yung odd. Hanapin natin si odd. A product of two numbers is odd if both numbers are also odd. Okay? Makakabuo lang po tayo ng odd number kapag nag-multiply po tayo ng dalawang odd numbers. Kasi kapag nag-multiply ka ng even times even, for example, 2 times 4, that's 8. So, that would be an even number. So, kunyari, kumuha ka ng isang even, tapos isang odd. So, 2 times 3, that's 6. So, that is an even din po. So, mabubuo mo lang si odd kapag ang yung dalawang number na yung multiply nyo po ay both odd. Okay? So, ngayon, ano ba ang product ng odd? Okay? Odd and odd. What is the probability na ang lalabas ay dalawang odd? Okay? Oh, sa 1 to 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 3, 5 are odd. Those are odd. So that is 3 over 6. Okay? Times 3 over 6 as well. Kasi ito ay odd, ito ay pang-odd din. So that would be 9 over 36 or simply that's 1/4. Okay? So the probability of getting not an odd is equal to 1 minus the probability of odd, which is 1 minus 1/4. So that would be 3/4. Okay? So, ayan po. Bakit mas madali ulit to? Kasi tandaan, of getting a not an odd number for the product, okay, nung lalabas dun sa six-sided fair die, okay, kailangan mo muna hanapin ano ang probability na ang lalabas dun sa unang die ay even, pangalawa ay even. Next, kailangan mo rin hanapin yung probability na ang lalabas dun sa una ay even, tapos sa pangalawa ay odd. Then sa pangatlo, kailangan mo rin hanapin yung probability na ang lalabas dun sa una ay odd, dun sa pangalawa ay even. Okay? So, tatlong probability yon, tapos i-multiply mo pa yung tatlong yon to get the 3/4. Okay? While for this odd, okay, so, probability of getting an odd, ang kailangan mo lang kasi ay isang odd number at isang odd number. Wala nang iba pang combination to get an odd as a product. Okay? Kaya yung number theory, kailangan medyo maalam din kayo. Paano nakakakuha ng even number when we are doing multiplication? Ano ang kailangan i-multiply? Isang even ba? Isang even din? Or isang odd, isang even, isang odd, or isang odd, isang even? Ano doon yung combination na kailangan? So, you have to familiarize yourselves with that. Okay po? So, ayan siya. Pero dito, with complement rule, ganyan lang. 1 minus lang talaga yun. Hanapin mo lang muna yung doon sa kabaliktaran. Okay? Next one. Dito naman kapag kay compound event. So, when we combine two events, we make a single event called a compound event. To create a compound event, we can use the word and or the word or to combine events. So, dito, magdedepende na lang siya kung anong magiging sagot natin or way of solving kung and or yung gamit. Kapag po kasi ang gamit na word ay and, it restricts your field of possible outcomes to only those outcomes that simultaneously describe all events. Ibig sabihin, pag end po, kailangan parehas nag-e-exist yung dalawang yun. Kapag sinabi kasi natin na or, pinapalawak mo yung field of possible outcomes mo kasi kahit isa lang dun sa dalawa ang mag-exist, pasok na siya dun sa word na or. Kasi 'di ba when we are asked an or question, you just have to choose between the two. Hindi kailangan mag-exist silang dalawa, kailangan mo lang mamili kahit isa lang po dun sa dalawa. Okay? So, two events are mutually exclusive if they have no outcomes in common. So, dito tayo kay end probabilities. This is for independent events. So once again, independent events, these are events that are mutually exclusive. So hindi nakakaapekto yung experiment ng isa dun sa kabila. Okay? Kaya sila independent. So if events A and B are independent events, then P probability of A and B is equal to the probability of A times the probability of B. So dito medyo familiar na kayo kasi po ginawa na natin to sa fundamental counting principle kanina. Yung nagmo-multiply tayo. Yung for example, yung die tsaka yung coin, 'di ba? So ginawa na natin yung kanina, nagmo-multiply lang po tayo. So for example dito, suppose a fair coin is tossed 4 times. What is the probability that all 4 tosses lands heads up? Okay? So probability would be equal to, ano yung probability A? Ano yung probability ng una mong pagtoss ng coin na mag-heads up siya, di ba? 1/2 yun. Sa second experiment mo, probability of B. Okay? Sa pagtotoss ng coin, ano ulit ang probability na mag-heads up? 1/2 ulit yan. Sa third, 1/2 din. Sa fourth, 1/2 din. You simply multiply. Okay? They are independent events naman. Kasi kapag dun sa unang toss mo ng coin, lumabas yung heads, hindi niya maapektuhan yung probability nung second event. Okay? Wala naman, hindi naman maapektuhan yun. Kapag nag-heads ba dun sa una, sa pangalawa, magti-tails na? Hindi rin naman. Okay? So, 1/2 times 1/2 times 1/2 times 1/2, that is 1 over 2 times 2, 4 times 2, 8 times 2, 16. 1 over 16. Okay? Next, another one. A bag contains 5 red and 4 white marbles. A marble is drawn from the bag. Its color recorded and the marble is returned to the bag. Nandun yung word na returned. Ibig sabihin, nagkaroon ng replacement. Kasi po, para masabi na independent events, kailangan kapag ang usapin ay pagbubunot, kailangan with replacement siya para maging independent. Bakit? Kasi kapag hindi siya i-replace or hindi ibabalik ulit, okay, ibig sabihin, nagkakaroon ng changes sa probability. Ibig sabihin, dun sa experiment 1 mo, naapektuhan niya yung experiment 2. Bakit? Kasi po, puro ko bakit, no? Sorry. Pag bumunot ka ng isa, for example, kumuha ka ng isang bola or isang marble, nakakuha ka ng red. Sa second mong bunot, yung 5 red marbles dun sa unang bunot, hindi na siya magiging 5 sa second, 4 na lang siya. So, hindi na sila independent. Okay po? Pero dito, dahil nandun yung word na return, okay, ibig sabihin, ibinabalik. Walang pagbabago sa probability. Okay po? So, ayan. Ano bang hinahanap dito? What is the probability that the first marble is red and the second marble is white? So, probability of red and white. So, ayan. Ano ba ang probability ng red? Ano ang favorable? Ilan ang favorable? We have 5. That's 5 out of 9. Times 4 over 9. Kasi white yung sumunod. Kung mapapansin, yung total outcomes parehas na 9 kasi nga may word na return. So, ayan. So, magiging 20 out of 81 ang sagot. Okay? So, ayan na siya. Wala siyang lowest term. Sir, paano kung ginawang if not returned? Okay, sorry. Ano nangyari? If not returned, ano na? P, R, and W. Ano na magiging sagot? We have 5 over 9 times 4 over 8 na to. Okay? So, we have 20 over 72. Okay? Or in lowest term, we'll have 5 over 18. Okay? So, ayan. Kung mapapansin, magkaiba po yung sagot. Okay? So, ayan siya. Okay? Next one. Paano naman kay OR? Kapag kay OR po kasi, we have the addition rule. Kung kay AND, we have the multiplication rule. Kay OR, we have the addition rule. Ito yung medyo bago sa atin. So, if A and B are any events, ito, dito hindi kailangan na Hindi kailangan na independent, hindi kailangan na dependent, kahit anong events po. Okay? The probability of A or B is equal to the probability of A plus the probability of B minus the probability of A and B. So, kailangan mo lang hanapin yung kay A and kay B. Okay po? So, dito, if A and B are mutually exclusive events naman, then the probability of A and B is equal to 0. So, then, the probability of A or B is equal to the probability of A plus probability of B na lang. Kapag mutually exclusive. Kasi ang sinasabi, yung the probability of A and B magiging 0 siya. Okay? Kaya parang nonsense na magma-minus ka ng 0. Okay po? Let's have this one. A single card is drawn from a well-shuffled of 52 cards. Find the probability that the face card is a club or a face card. Okay? So this one is, we can use here, dahil ito ay hindi naman sila mutually exclusive events, dahil sila po ay nasa iisang deck of cards. Okay? So to get the probability of getting a card, a club, or a face card, that is equal to the probability of a club plus the probability of a face card minus the probability of a club and face card. So that would be equal to, ano ba ang probability of club? That is 13 over 52. Kasi di ba 1/4 nga? 1/4 ng 52 ayun yung sa clubs. Plus, probability of face card. Di ba sabi nga natin, mayroong tatlong face card kada suite. Okay? So, that's 4 times 3, that's 12. 12 over 52. Minus, the probability of a club and a face card. Ilang bang cards ang mag-fit sa description na club siya and face card siya at the same time? So, ilang bang face card ang meron sa clubs? Meron tayong tatlo. Tama? So, that's 3 over 52. Okay, once again, doon sa probability of C and FC, kailangan mag-fit siya sa criteria ng dalawa. Club siya, at the same time, face card siya. Or face card siya, at the same time, club din po siya. So, ang nag-fit lang doon ay tatlong cards. Okay? So, kaya 3 over 52. So, meron tayong 13 over 52 plus 12 over 52. That's 25 over 52 minus 3 over 52. That would be equal to 22 over 52 or equal siya kay 11 over 26. Okay po? So, ayan. So, next one. Ito pa, isa pa. An experiment consisting of tossing a coin, then rolling a die. Find the probability that the coin lands heads up or the number is 5. Okay? So, dito, pwede natin gawin, okay, heads. Yung lahat ng heads, i-partner natin sa lahat ng numbers. Ano ba ang possible outcome sa lalabas? Head 1, head 2, head 3, head 4, and head 5, tsaka head 6. O ano ibig sabihin ng head 1, head 2? Di ba imagine na lang pinagsabay ko yung pagtotoss ng coin at pagro-roll ng die. So, possible lalabas heads dun sa coin, tapos 1 dun sa die. Tapos ganon, and so on. Next, kay tails, then, pwede natin siyang gawin T1, T2. Pangit ng sulat ko, no? Agree kayo? Kasi ako agree. Sorry na. T3, T4, T5, and T6. Ngayon, alamin na natin, ano ang probability ng head or 5? Okay? Head or 5? Probability of head plus the probability of 5 minus the probability of head and 5. So, probability of head, ilan ang head dyan? We have 6/12. Tama? O, lahat to, tong 6 na to, lahat yan may head. So, 6 yan. Tapos, 12 yung possible outcomes natin. Plus, probability of 5, ilan ba dyan yung may 5? Itong H5 tsaka T5. So, dalawa lang. That's 2/12. Minus, probability of head at 5. Isa lang ang may head at may 5 ng sabay. So, that's 1/12. So, 6/12 plus 2/12, that is 8/12. Minus, okay, 8/12 minus 1/12, that is 7/12. So, the probability of getting H or 5 is 7/12. Okay po? So, ayan lang siya. Okay? So, heads, okay. Okay po. Next one. Events with or without replacement. Ito naman na paulit-ulit na natin itong binabanggit pa kanina kapag sinabi natin with replacement. Ibig sabihin, the total number of item remains constant. Walang pagbabago kasi ibinabalik nga po. Nagiging independent din siya kasi nga wala naman pong nakakaapekto sa isa't isa. Kapag without replacement naman po, ito naman yung nagiging dependent na sila kasi nga naaapektuhan na nung isang experiment yung kabila. Okay? So, ayan, naglalagay lang yung definition pero kanina pa nga natin siya na-apply. So, I think you already got the concept naman na. Okay? So, ayan, medyo mahaba tong first video. Hindi ko alam kung mas magiging mahaba yung second video. Okay? So, almost 1 hour din to. Tapos 1 hour mahigit yung kanina. Okay? So, yun lang naman. Kasi bulk ng lumalabas sa exam regarding statistics and probability ay ito. Okay po? So, ayan. Even though mahaba, so please, sana pagtuunan po natin ng atensyon. Sana makapag-review po tayo ng maayos na intindihan. If you have any question, siguro you could reach out to the Smile Taytay Training Institute team. Then, they'll be giving those questions na i-raise nyo sa amin. Okay, bahala na kung paano magiging sistema. Pero ayun, maraming salamat po sa pakikinig. Once again, ako po si Sir Arvin Bautista, lecturer nyo po sa geometry and sa TestX. Maraming salamat and I hope you learn a thing or two from my discussion. Maraming salamat po and good luck.